Hey guys, I know I haven't posted for a really long time. Today I actually want to talk about how to form great long-lasting relationships from Tandem, and I do not talk about romantic relationships. I talk about friendships. Definitely today's video is not to talk about Tandem as it's a Tinder. It's definitely not. And I talk to a lot of people in Tandem, and I've discovered that actually a lot of people who use this app for language purposes are finding really hard time to find proper friends and finding people to talk to for a really long time. So today I am sharing some of the tips what you can do to get long-lasting friends from Tandem. And definitely the purpose of this video is language-based friendships. I don't talk about using Tandem for romantic purposes or just finding Instagram or YouTube followers. Definitely not. My purpose is to find friends with who you can practice the language with. I do not tell you ways how to find a girlfriend or boyfriend. I do not recommend using Tandem as Tinder, and definitely whoever does will get reported to Tandem. And definitely Tandem has one of the best customer service of all the language apps I've used, and they are extremely fast with banning you, or they will report you for breaking the rules. Number one is definitely you should have a proper profile picture. I know some people are having this attitude that, oh, I don't want them to see my face and blah blah blah. Then don't complain also. It's a social media. What does it do to you if you have a one proper picture of you? It's not like someone is going to steal your identity. It's a Tandem. It's safe. It's not some Chinese app where your information may get leaked. Actually, Tandem main office is in Germany, so Germany follows the European GDPR laws, so you definitely don't have to be scared that your information is going to be leaked into countries where no law is going to protect you unless you are rich and powerful. If you want to have a meaningful friendship or people writing to you and you want people to answer to you when you write to them first, have a proper profile picture. And I don't talk about some blurry, super dark, suspicious, sociopathic picture. Go outside and do a selfie. Do selfies as long as you will look like a human being. Profile picture is the first thing what people are going to notice, and people are shallow. You cannot do anything about it. It's a human nature, but it's every person's individual choice whether they want to see more than your face. Some of you may have a whole bunch of excuses that appearance is not important. I personally do not want to answer to anyone who doesn't have a proper profile picture or they have some random item there. Like, if I share my face with you, I want to see your face too, so I will know who is this person I'm talking to. Number two is have a proper information there. Tandem allows you to write your hobbies, what kind of people do you want to talk to, what are your learning goals and such things. And definitely Tandem has this awesome topic feature where you can write daily what are the topics you would like to talk about. Add a whole bunch of information there, and you write something cool like, hey, can you like maybe try a little harder when you write to me? Like, don't write just hi, how are you? I have over 400 messages which are just hi, how are you? And I've given some of these people a chance and I've answered, and none of those conversations have lasted longer than 3 or 4 days. So definitely people who literally waste a little bit more time writing an intro to me, I will answer to them. It's basically a law. If you see something a little bit different, it catches your attention. And all the people who have written to me super different intros, I've literally talked to them weeks, if not even months, and definitely that's one of the things what you should do. Don't write your entire resume there like, hey, my name is, I don't know, Mark, I am from United States, I am 28. Like, come on, you're not a robot. Just write to them, hey, I noticed your profile, you seem a cool person, and I'm super interested in your culture, and if it's not a problem to you, could we like practice our languages together, whatever. Be normal human being. Stop being a robot, stop writing resumes, stop being basically treating a person like they are a president. I know in some cultures you should be formal, like in Korean or in Japanese, where you have to know whether the other person is older than you, so you have to approach them a little bit more formal way than you usually do. But formalities are just, hey, how are you, I hope your day is great. Not like, going beyond crazy with that. Like, stop. We are in social media. It's not some governmental office where you have to be extremely formal. It's a social media. It's totally okay to be informal unless the other person is telling you, I don't feel comfortable that you speak to me in such informal way. I feel that we are not that close yet, like, please back off a little. That's totally normal. Stop being so formal with people. Like, I've gotten some messages where people were literally writing to me like I am in a job interview. Stop that. Stop asking questions like you are at a job interview. Number 3, stop asking people, hi, how are you? How are you thing is very American thing to do. It's like part of their verbal communication. It's not something what you should do in internet. I've been in States many times, so I know I've had this experience with Native American speakers. It doesn't apply to other native English speakers because England is completely different from Canada. Australia is completely different from States and such things. And this hi, how are you thing is very American thing. So definitely you can just write hi. You don't need to say hi, how are you? It's like copy pasting things and then you are surprised that no one is answering to you. It's like common sense. I don't start any conversation with hi, how are you? It's not the question which is supposed to be answered. Americans are always saying, yeah, I'm good, like the day is great. Like it's like a meaningless thing what you just say because it's a cultural thing. That question is not something what you should practice in social media. In social media, since we are constantly overloaded with information, we have hundreds of people coming and going, then being unique and special is something what grabs people's attention. So definitely if you have a problem finding people, you have a problem that people don't answer to you, be unique, but don't be someone who has never spoken to a human being before. You talk to your people around you, like your family, your cousins, your schoolmates, whatever. You don't talk to them like that. Why do you do the same in internet? It's not language barrier. I can speak Spanish a little bit. I can speak French. I don't start my conversations in those languages like that. You cannot say it's a language barrier. You learned how to say those things. And I noticed that a lot of people who speak English as a second or third or fourth language, they've been taught this book language what no one speaks. For example, a lot of people are saying, I understand, I see, I understand, I see. No native person speaks like that. I've talked to a lot of native English speakers from all over the world and none of those people speak like that. So definitely if you happen to speak to a native, no matter what language do they speak, please ask them, do you guys actually use it? Like, how is a proper way how to answer things? Stop copy pasting these lame sentences which are basically like a computer's way of answering things. This is so boring, and if I get such conversations I get bored instantly. I'm like, I have so many other things to do, and if you don't even put a little bit attention to your sentences, why should I give you a time? And today, time is money, time is knowledge. Instead of talking to you like a robot for 15 minutes, I could read a book for 15 minutes. So it's not just me. I'm not arrogant. I'm not self-centered. It's a human nature. And I'm saying that to you in the most straightforward way as possible. If you want to improve as a human being, then you have to put in the work. You cannot expect people to give you more if you don't even give them the minimum. So definitely be unique. Try and stop starting your conversations like a job interview or hi, how are you? It doesn't work. Please stop using it. If I'm correct, it's a fourth one right now. You have specific needs that you want to talk to religious people, or you want to talk to people about politics and such things. It would be nice if you ask them, hey, what do you think about it? So you could literally touch the ground a little bit. You could get to know what are the topics what they don't want to talk about, what are the topics which are sensitive topics. I personally do not want to talk to anyone who cannot stop talking about politics, religion, gender, social issues and such things. They are so sensitive topics, and it really matters where you come from, in what environment where you brought up in, and you cannot talk about these topics with everyone. You have to understand that people are so different, and if you come with your culture and basically force that onto others because it's so normal to you, then don't wonder why people don't answer to you. I personally think whatever culture thing you have, especially if it's a religion, then definitely keep it to yourself. I've gotten a lot of messages from people, specifically from Middle East, who are telling me, may God be with you. I'm like, I don't believe in God. It's basically offending me for wishing me something which has no relevance to me. You cannot say those things because maybe someone has extremely bad experience with that specific thing you are saying or doing, and you're basically triggering that part in them. So definitely do not talk about these topics which I just mentioned. Don't talk about your religion or your gender, especially if you're not a straight person, because there are some people who have bad experiences with these things thanks to society, and definitely you should little bit touch the ground before you talk about these things or you share your own opinion. And I know today's world is becoming more and more sensitive. Everything is so politically correct that you cannot say anything anymore, because what if you offend someone? But that's unfortunately the reality, and that's why I personally like to talk to people who are not from these extreme groups, because I don't want to spend days thinking whether I offended someone or not, because people go to extreme. It's not like I'm treating someone who looks different from me differently. These are some minor things what has become so important, but when you think back 10 years ago, these things were irrelevant because there are bigger problems in the world. So in my opinion, you should definitely touch the ground before, get to know them, like, hey, like, how do you feel talking about this topic or whatever, so you can know what topics you should not talk about. And definitely it helps a lot. Number 5 is stop educating people. I noticed that a lot. People are telling me, hey, you don't know anything about Estonia, like I know more. I only read this one article, but I'm smarter than you, a person who's been living here for 28 years. Stop educating people. Like, I've had so many discussions with so many people because I've used Tandem, I don't know, 7 years now. I get so pissed off, and these people usually end up reporting you for expressing your opinion, by telling them, hey, you are literally an idiot and stop talking to me. And the minute you mention the swear word idiot, Tandem can basically ban you, or they can just send you a warning because it's against the guidelines. So my opinion is, if you happen to meet someone rude, I mean rude like who is actually calling you names, who are extremely racist or whatever character they attack, definitely report them. Don't block them, report them, because Tandem is reacting super quickly to these problems, and definitely you should not allow such behavior in such app. And I am still super grateful for Tandem's customer service. Literally, when I compare that to HelloTalk, which is completely trash app, not to mention they literally sell your information to who knows who, and you cannot know ever. They don't share that information with you. And based on what I've read recently, HelloTalk has even gone worse. So I think still that Tandem is literally the best language app on the platform right now. And definitely there are a lot of perverts, there are a lot of scammers and stuff like that. But Tandem's customer service is doing an amazing job eliminating those. I read some of the reviews recently from Google Play because Apple doesn't have that many reviews. And a lot of people told me how Tandem has become a Tinder. Yes, I have met a lot of people who are there to find girlfriends or boyfriends, but I reported them. Tandem contacted me, hey, thank you for reporting this person. We checked your conversation, and yes, this person broke the Tandem's rules. And I totally love that thing, that Tandem is always letting you know if you've broken a rule or if you reported someone and they are handling the issue. I totally like this approach. I think it's really, really great, so you know what is actually going on. And definitely there are perverts everywhere. No matter what social media app you use, if there's no way how to literally ban IP addresses with the devices, then you can never get rid of them. And definitely if someone is inviting you to another app or talking a little bit more suspiciously, report them immediately. Block and report. That's it. Don't try to have a normal adult mature conversation with them. It doesn't work. They don't care. And a lot of these Google reviews were written by people who were unhappy that they got banned, and they are mad that Tandem doesn't care, that they basically apologize for their action. Like, dude, come on, it's not a Tinder. Like, if someone got banned, it's your own fault. So definitely, you know, it's your own fault. And I think Tandem is not a dating app. I get maybe once a month someone who's trying to actually flirt with me. I don't know where these people come from. If you literally have a picture, your boobs out or something, then it's like no wonder someone is trying to flirt with you. Have a normal clothes profile picture like you can see on Instagram, where fashion influencers are wearing normal clothing. They don't present themselves as a sexual object. I know it's not an excuse that you could be naked and no one should, you know, use you, but you're basically helping the issue. Have a normal picture, do some great fully clothed pictures, and no one is going to see you as something more. Anyways, I hope you learned today something, how to get long-lasting relationships or friendships, you know, however you want to say, from Tandem. And I definitely recommend you to use Tandem if you are looking for long-term friends. Definitely take some time to get them. These cool people are not that common there. There are a lot of people who are actually having super busy life, but they somehow waste everyone's time there. And a lot of people are actually there out of boredom. They don't care about languages. A lot of people are there to basically spread their negative energy around. And there are some rare jewels, as we could say, who are actually super cool people. And you end up talking to them in another app. And I definitely see that as something which is super great. And definitely this all depends on you, what kind of person you are, what kind of information you put out there, what kind of picture do you have, and such things. There are no such thing that some nationalities are less talked to than another. There are definitely more people who have more language learners like English and such things, but definitely it all depends on you. I know some people who have met some great people from nationalities which are known in social media for scamming people, and they met those great people. They were actually really normal people. So it depends on you, what you are able to put out, how much energy you are ready to spend on the app, and whether you want to actually form these beautiful friendships there. And definitely I don't think that there are no possibilities to create friendships there. Definitely do not break guidelines. When you make a Tandem app, they will tell you rules straight away. This is not Tinder. You are not supposed to swear, even if you want to literally, you know, someone else. But be smarter, just report and block, and it's really easy way how to get rid of those people. And do not use Tandem as a Tinder. It's not Tinder. And definitely people who are looking for followers, or some Telegram group followers, whatever, I reported every single one of them, and a lot of those people have gotten banned. So definitely Tandem is doing an amazing job. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.